Well, it is my pleasure to introduce someone who, for most of you, probably needs no introduction, Reverend Kiya Heartwood. As many of you know, Kiya has a long relationship with this church, and we had the pleasure of ordaining Reverend Kiya on April 2 of 2022. She is a long-term musician that I'm thrilled to say is still doing that, besides her ministry at Brazos Valley UU Church, which she helped move into and finish out a beautiful new building. If you haven't visited and seen that, it's just incredible and so important, I think, that we have a UU presence in that area, and to have that on the ground building that people can actually see, I think is really, really great. And on top of that, she has really helped that church to grow and mature and be a real presence for justice in that area and for our faith in the area. So I am thrilled beyond measure to welcome Kiya today and to invite Kiya to talk to us a little bit about legacy giving.
Thank you, Chris. Howdy.
Howdy. Hiya, Kiya.
Hiya. So good to see everybody. And so Kiya, will you come down and talk about death and money? Okay. Hey, it's actually, I want you to think about how many people have been part of this church for more than 20 years? How many? 30? 40? Okay. How many people have been here a couple of years? All right. Have you come from another UU church? Okay. So how many people have been at more than 2 UU churches? All right. I want you to think about the ancestors, because we are sitting in the dreams of people who made this possible for us that may not be here any longer. Y'all feel that? I know you can think of them. I'm thinking just of the little time that I got to live here, which is about 11 years. I think of the people that we lost during that time and how instrumental they were in creating the space that we are currently celebrating and getting to eat really good brownies, and they were really good. All that stuff's really important. But the main thing is that we're a faith built on love. And we are dependent upon each other. Like the colonialists and the 18th century white people, for the most part, who were building their colonies built on they were going to make everything this way, and they were going to get as much money as they could, and they were going to take advantage of them, as many people as they could, and they were going to do survival of the fittest. Anybody get raised in that kind of crap? Okay. It's crap, right? Because actually, Darwin said that the people who survive, they cooperate and they adapt. And that is the challenge for us. So as we get older, we have the opportunity to think ahead and to think long term and to think about our impact as individuals, but on the entire community. What in the world would you like to see happen with this church, with Unitarian Universalism? What would you like to see happen in the future? Right now, next week, what would you like to see happen? Anybody got some ideas?
More people coming and joining us.
Right, absolutely.
Fiscally securing.
Yes. What else? In my place, I talk to them a lot about safety, creating a safe space for people to raise their children. My church is about 8% LGBTQIA2S. We have a number of people, about 30% of our people are not Christian, and they're coming from another faith, and they've been hurt by churchianity, and they want to do something where their kids can feel safe and supported to explore their spiritual growth. And that you all know, and I know, that spiritual growth has nothing to do with church. It has to do with hearts. And community is one of the ways we learn. We learn from each other. And having a diverse community makes a thriving community. And having diversity of ages helps everybody move ahead. Like, I just hit a big birthday. For a rocker to turn 65 is like, oh my God, you should be dead. But I have so many friends that are in their late 70s and early 80s and 90s. I have a guy who runs marathons who's in his 90s, who still runs the chainsaw often. You know, and I just like go, teach me how to do the next stage. Teach me to go farther. Now, you have an opportunity today to think about the ways that you could help this church and Unitarian Universalism grow into the future. Even if you're not from money, or you, how many people here have already done the legacy giving and I'm boring the crap out of you? Thank you very much. Now, the rest of us, even if you don't have money, there's so many different ways. And I am not going to pretend to tell you all the stuff, but I'm telling you that there are more ways to do it than just putting it in your will. And there are ways to do it and still take care of your people. Like, I have a partner, God forbid something happens to me before Meg is gone. Meg is dependent on the money that I make. So I have to think about that. But there is a way to actually do legacy giving where you can make sure that your people are taken care of and your financial future of the church and things that you believe in happen. That is the way to move into the future. And you want the next year, 5 years, 20 years from now, you want the people sitting at this lunch to think of you as one of the ancestors, right? That made this possible. Gratitude. Gratitude's good for you. So just for a moment, just think for a second about the people that made this place possible. Some of y'all are sitting right here, made this place possible. And what we could do, think about what we could do. Like, I heard a talk last week at school. I'm going to school to be a Reverend Doctor, which is hysterical. Okay. Reverend Dr. Kiya. Anyway, I'm almost there. And one of my colleagues, who's an Episcopal priest in Michigan, they are busy taking their property. They've got like maybe 2 acres in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but they've quit mowing the grass and they're making it back into tall grass prairie. Not just that. They've got a concept that I want to turn you on to that I think is so cool. It's called refugia. It's a word, those of you who are biologists may have heard that term before. It is a remnant of diversity and the future, where you can replant an area. So like when Mount St. Helens blew, there were places in the area that didn't get burnt. And they become the seed stock for the future. And they call that a refugia or refugium if you have like multiples of them. So imagine that we took churches and we made them into refugias, not only to fight climate change, but to make a better world and a safer place for all the people who wash up. And Lord knows, in the MAGA universe that we're living in, safety is a concern for everyone, and we want to make a safe place for everyone. And we're going to stand up to the pinheads when they come, because as Woody Guthrie sang in 1944, all you fascists bound to lose, they are. All you fascists bound to lose. If you don't know that song, check it out. It's awesome. Okay. So everybody with me? So be brave enough to be naive enough to be optimistic in such a dark period of time, a scary period of time. This is the time to dream big and boldly and say it out loud. We could be refugias for the kind of world we want to live in. And our money and the way that we take the time, because it's not easy, But they have made you a beautiful brochure that tells you exactly how to do it in many different ways. You can figure out how to put a little money toward the future. And they will bless you for it. And your life will be better. Because I don't know about you, how many of y'all are like trying to let go of stuff a little bit at a time? Right. One of the things we're doing at my house is letting some books go to the used bookstore to make money to feed some of the kids that are coming in to my place that have got kicked out of their house for being gay or for just voting Democrat. I mean, not telling you what to vote for. I'm just telling you. If you don't know who I'm going to vote for, then you don't know me at all. But I'm telling you that there's a lot we can do, and we just have to use our creativity, which we are abundant. We are boiling over with creativity here. I know this about you. I saw it myself. And I believe in you, and I believe in this place, and I believe in what we are doing. We are not wasting our wild, precious lives. Even if spending your financial stuff after you are gone in a way that supports the work to live on past you, that's the way to go. Because I guarantee if they come for me, and I get put in a camp, I'm expecting you to get me out. Because I'm a little claustrophobic. And what's going on right now, there's no other time. Thinking about how you can use your money to create the world that you want to see in the world. What kind of world do you want to leave? What kind of world do you want to leave your grandkids? I got 5 grandkids. You know, and I want them to be able to do, like when I was 10, I got taken to the Boundary Waters up in, we were just talking about that area of the world, and I could drink out of the lake. I remember that so clearly, and I didn't get sick or anything. That's the world I want to leave, right? Think about how we could use our grounds, and we could turn them into really beautiful places, and we can preach about all the things that we want to see in the world. And you leaving money to UU First Austin is one of the ways that you can make that happen. And you can do it without hurting your day-to-day living in the present, without much work at all. And what I suggest, if you are confused about what to do, definitely talk to your counsel and all that, get a legal will, but you can talk to Reverend. We have the people right here. Reverend Chris knows what to do. Because part of the job of being the minister is that you have to carry the vision. You have to carry the big picture, and you help everybody. And, you know, people get down in their committees and they're like, hey, we're the most important thing here. Hey, we're the most important thing here. Hey, we're the most important thing here. That's fine. But his job is to keep all the wheels moving and the big picture. So he's like the hawk that has to fly over the whole thing. So if you're confused about how to do it and how you can help, ask Chris. All these people on the committee who are raising money, thank you. It is a spiritual practice. It's a spiritual practice. And you go, oh yeah, Kiya, you're just one of those optimistic folk singers. Yes. But being optimistic and being out loud about it and not focusing on just negative things and going abject despair is how we make it. You have to be brave enough to let people say, oh, you're just naive. Yep. Yep, I'm a dreamer. I'm always looking for the things that are going to save the planet. There are 8th graders inventing things that you cannot believe will help the world. Because Because they're naive enough to try? Come on. We know this from history. Would you rather have FDR or Hoover? Because Hoover was in such despair he couldn't move. Don't be like Hoover. I'm not saying don't be like FDR either, but optimism is a tool for the future, and we are interested in investing in the future. And I know you all can do it. I have absolute faith in you, and I hope that this was a helpful conversation. Thank you.